Today, I want to talk about how to become an energy auditor and encourage you if you're thinking about getting your energy auditor certification, whether you're a home inspector, a general contractor, an insulation contractor, an HVAC contractor, or just someone that wants to get into the construction industry. The energy audit really ties everything together nicely. A lot of times, specialty contractors have major deficiencies in terms of what they know in the home for home performance and how a home works as a system. And so the energy auditor training really complements a lot of the trades, makes you a more competent in your trade, and gives you solutions to offer our homeowners and customers that's going to make their home more comfortable and energy efficient rather than just one specific upgrade. And the energy auditor training class is typically a week long. It's pretty intense because there's a lot of math going on. There's a lot of building science that you need to learn in the class. Plus, there's the field exam that sometimes gets neglected during that week-long training course. And the field exam is just how to do an energy audit, how to work the manometer, what buttons to push, what does it mean, how to do pressure diagnostics and airflow measurements. And you have to remember that kind of in a sequential order. And so a lot of times BPI candidates, energy audit candidates get flustered, and they get hung up in the field exam. The good thing about the field exam is that it's open book. So you could bring your BPI standards into the exam. You could bring cheat sheets and picture tutorials of how to work the manometer. It's really not that important what buttons you push if you have a diagram that you can refer to. It's more important you know what the buttons mean, and what the readings mean. The week-long energy course, it should be maybe 2 or 3 weeks long. And there's some free resources we have on the BPI Exam Academy to go through basically an entire course, all online. It's all free, and we go real in depth, so you can get that. You're not rushing to learn all this stuff, and even once you get your energy auditor certification, becoming an auditor is a lifelong process. I continually go to seminars, and I'm at conferences learning about building codes, health and safety issues, pressure diagnostics, and I get to practice that in the field, and go over that with my auditors every day. Every day I'm learning something new. And so that's kind of what makes it exciting, along with just the homeowner interaction, finding out what their hot buttons are. It's like a game, getting them to pull the trigger on a home performance upgrade, and what they think they want, or what they want, and what the home actually needs, and kind of coming to a compromise sometimes, and finding the best kind of middle of the path for the upgrades. So I highly suggest going through supplemental training with the week-long course if you're going to take the week-long course. If you're not going to take the week-long course, there's another less expensive option of studying on your own, getting field experience if you can, do energy audits on your own before you ever take a class. That way, the field exam will be much easier. You'll know some building science. The advantage of taking that class is that it goes kind of wide across the scope of energy audits and climates, and you'll see a lot of things in class that you'll never see in the field, or you'll hardly see in the field. And when you do, it'll probably ring a bell, say, oh yeah, I remember that knob and tube wiring, or I remember what to do in a crawl space, or a basement. If you don't have that in your um, area where you live now, the week-long class is good for that. They don't go typically too deep into those things unless you have a really experienced energy auditor, energy manager that's teaching the class and is on top of and refreshed with home performance and doing energy audits. It's typically just an instructor that just teaches classes. They don't really get out in the field. Um, but it is a good supplement to the extra studying that you can do. And that's what I suggest. So I encourage everyone again to get out there, get your manometers, your blower doors, just test random things. Take a zonal pressure of a light, drill into the soffit, see if it's connected to the attic. Do those extra pressure diagnostics. Um, you'll learn a lot from it, and you'll start to become a great energy auditor that way.